Alrighty. I think this is going to work pretty well. So here's what I've got for you, man. So this is Audacity, right? I literally just downloaded this. This is what it will look like. Actually, without this track, though, it'll look just like this. So in the background right now, you may or may not be able to hear this. Probably not, because I have OBS controls on as well. But I do have like a little piano playing in the background. It's pretty soft, but you could hear it from any room in my place. I only have 2 rooms. And I just want that to be made aware so that you understand when we're looking at the level threshold. Where's this? Preferences. Yeah, when we're looking at this level threshold under recording tab in preferences, I've set mine to -37. I work in 37s. That's just how I am. You don't need to do this. You'll want to actually play around with this and find a level that works for you. But basically what this is doing is until you speak over the level of -37 dB, which, a normal talking voice like this, you're easily going past -37. But it's pretty, there's some nuances there that I'll go over, but that's a pretty reasonable normal talking volume. This volume that I'm talking at right now is going to pass -37. So you could comfortably set that to -37. The piano I have going in the background is not going to breach this level. It's a pretty soft piano. It probably sits around like -48 to -50, which doesn't seem like a huge gap, but actually that is a huge difference from -37 because decibels work on a logarithmic scale, but that's neither here nor there. But all I'm saying is that what you want to focus on is finding a level that will trigger when the noises that you hear at your apartment break that threshold. So you're experiencing these loud noises, so you could even comfortably set this all the way up to like -29. That's a huge jump as well. But if something's getting past that -30 threshold or so, it's definitely going to be, it's going to be loud, and you'll comfortably remove anything below this, which would be like, like soft talking. It's not going to really hit this, I don't think, depending on your mic. But anyway, you'll have to apply this kind of methodology to your specific setup, because my microphone is pretty sensitive. It picks up a lot of things, even quiet things. So I could set this for me way down here and it would still pick up my voice, But for you, depending on your mic, you want to find where, if you talk comfortably, I would say try to find where your comfortable talking voice is and then set your bar above that level. I'll show you how to find your level as well. It actually will show up here naturally, what you're reaching. So this is on a scale of -6, -12, -18, -24, and so on. So -37 is kind of where I put things. Again, that's just because I like the number 37. It's not relative, really. But enough about that. I'm sorry to talk so much about it. This is already a terrible video, but let's get on with it. So this is how you do this, all right? So when you open Audacity, you won't even have this track. I have this pulled up so that you can see, but maybe I can copy this, yeah. And we'll come back to this because I want to show you this. But for now, let's get rid of this track. So this is what Audacity looks like when you first open it. What you'll do is first make sure under Edit, under Preferences, before even going to recording, it'll just default to audio settings here. I'm not sure what some of this stuff will look like for you. My interface, it's not even listed here. I think this is just the protocol, not so much the interface itself, because this is my interface here, my audio interface. You want to make sure your stuff is set up. I'm sure it already is. I think you said you're already done this, basically. So this is my driver there. I want to make sure my recording device is set the same. I want to make sure that I'm recording in mono. Don't record in stereo, just record in mono. This will ensure that you have equal playback in both your left and right channel. Again, sorry if I'm over explaining this, but it is important. I just set it to 24-bit because that's high quality without it being excessively large like 32-bit would. Same with sample rate. You don't need anything above 44.1 kilohertz. So Anyway, now that that's all set, again, set this applicably to your situation, whatever your device is. You want to make sure that's set in both of these here, and a mono channel. Before hitting OK, yeah, okay, that's fine. Under recording, this is where you want to enable this sound activated recording. I think you've probably looked at this already. This might be what you've already been doing, but if not, this is going to work for you. So for me, I've set this at -37 to demonstrate how this works. Okay. So then we can just simply start recording, or if you wanted, you could go to tracks and add a new track, and you would want to add a mono track, but actually it's just simpler to hit record, and yeah, it'll start recording basically as soon as I start talking. You can see it is. And you can see when I'm not talking, it's hovering around -54. My piano's not even reaching up to -48 in the background. You know, like I said, you can hear that from pretty much anywhere in the place. But you can see my talking voice. Normally, I'm talking directly into my mic, but it's reaching all the way up to, you know, -12 at its peak, but comfortably around -24, -18, somewhere in the -20 area. And a healthy waveform. We're not clipping or anything. It's very nice, very nice. If it were clipping, you'd be seeing much bigger spikes. I'm going to do a couple louder sounds so that you can kind of see what really triggers it to start a recording, right? So first I'll do some soft claps, and then I'll do some hard claps. And pay attention, by the way. See, watch the level meter, because you'll see I'm making noise, but it won't record anything because I'll be below the threshold, right? So check this out. I'll do soft claps first, and you'll see them, but it won't record anything. So you see that? It's recording nothing because we've set that level under the recording threshold there to be a sound activated one. So it's not recording anything below that. That's good, because you don't want this continuous recording all the time. You just want it to detect the really loud spikes, right? Of your loud, noisy asshole neighbors. So now I'll do loud claps, and you'll see how it picks those up very easily. Okay, sorry, that probably blew your ears out because you're hearing the OBS rather than this. But now I'll play this. I hope you'll be able to hear this. I'll play this so you can hear kind of what this records like. I should really stop recording this. Okay. Also, if you hold Control and you can scroll with your mouse wheel, that will zoom in and out wherever your mouse is. So if I wanted to zoom in on just this little one, I'd hover over this, hold Control, and use the scroll wheel to zoom in. You'll want to do this later when you clip things too, which would be, oh gosh, which tool is this? I guess I'll have to find that. Oh, it's probably one of these. Trim audio, yeah. Anyway, so Control to zoom in, and then hold Shift and scroll to move left and right on the track. Shift and scroll. Okay. So now let's listen to a portion of this, especially the claps. Let's do that. So it didn't pick up any of the quiet claps, but these are the loud ones. Easily. Okay, I think you heard that again. So that's pretty funny. The way it records everything, it records it, you know, even though it stops recording when there's silence, as soon as it detects a signal, then it just picks right up where it left off, right? So this whole track is going to sound really weird. You just want it to detect the really loud spikes, right, of your loud, noisy asshole neighbors. So now I'll do loud claps, and you'll see how it picks those up very easily. So you can tell it's like kind of spliced together really weird. That is because it's completely eliminating any of that silence that it's not recording, right? So it's just stitching together all of the parts that had signal. And because it was hovering around a signal where my voice is like kind of barely meeting that threshold of -37, that's where everything kind of hovered, more or less anyway. It kind of comes out a little strange. Like you'll hear my voice. It almost sounds like sped up. So you see that? It's recording nothing because we've set that level under the recording threshold there. See a sound. So yeah, like every breath I take, everything is very shortened because it's only picking up what passes the threshold. And within voices especially, there's a lot of dynamic range. So I would say if you wanted to capture the loudest sounds, you could set it all the way to -29. But if you wanted to comfortably capture like not just the really loud stuff, but some kind of ambient stuff as well without just picking up like a fan, you know, then I think -36, you know, somewhere around there is going to be pretty comfortable. Most background noise is not going to reach all the way up to -30, except the stuff that you would want. But you also don't want this like kind of choppy, really weird sounding audio. Now, okay, I think I've explained that, over-explained that really, so apologies. But what I'll show you now is when we want to, you know, when you come home basically and this thing's been recording all day and it's got these like super loud fucking moments, you're like, oh yeah, I want to show that to my landlord or whatever, you know, or the whatever agency is going to help you out with this. So I want to just take this and separate it, right? Because I want separate audio files. That's what you want to do with this. You want to take certain clips and have them be their own audio file. You don't want them to be sitting through like a 2-hour or 8-hour, God forbid, long audio file, right? I get that. So you'll find those parts that you're like, oh yeah, this is the incriminating shit right here. So how are we going to do this? Let's find out. It does say split clip. If you right click here, let's see what that does. Oh, well, that was super easy. Look at that. Okay, so now we have three separate divisions here. We got the beginning, the middle, and the end. But this is the section that we care about right now. I think we can just grab up here and drag. No? Okay, so that's okay. But what we can do is go to tracks, add new, mono track, ta-da. Now we can grab this and bring it down, of course. All right, so also what I would recommend doing as well is putting this all the way over. I'll explain why in just a second. Kind of want to get back to the... Again, remember, you can control and scroll to zoom in and out. And shift and scroll to zoom in. It might even be easier to just use the bar down here. Also, I think if you hit enter, it should bring you back to the... No? Okay, I thought enter would bring you back to the... I don't know all the shortcuts in this program, but anyway. So we've got this all the way back at the original starting point of the timeline. It'll show that yellow line there, right over here, when it's backed up against the beginning. So you want it to be like right in line too, because that's the beginning of the track. If you go too far, it'll start a little bit into the clip, and you don't want that. So set it right where that yellow line appears. Perfect. So now let's say we want these, and in fact, here, sorry. Let's do this last one as well. We'll add another track, mono track. There's our last one. Drag this one down. You got that yellow line show up. Perfect. And we'll label these. Oh, how do I rename track? All right. We'll do track 2. No. Let's pretend it's your neighbors. Neighbors mean and loud. And here we got neighbors fighting, slurring, and oh, this was a no, we want this to be the claps. Neighbors clapping obnoxiously, kind of like my video presentation. And we got neighbors snoring loudly. Okay, we have our 3 audio files. This is a really long one. they were really going at it. They were having a fighting match. Here they were just clapping for no fucking reason, bitches that they are. And here we've got them snoring like the motherfuckers they are. So we want all three of these as files, right? We've got our 3 tracks. Remember, you can just go to tracks and add a new mono track each time here. So we'll go to File, Export Audio. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I didn't expect this. Export to computer, okay. This should be fine. So we want, what are we gonna do here? Multiple files, there we go. Multiple files. Split files based on tracks. This is exactly the solution here. Name files using label track name, that's perfect, because then you can set it right within here how you want it to be labeled. That would be ideal, I think. You could have numbering before, numbering after, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, let's try this in fact, and yeah, this is okay. A wave file, I'm sure you know a lot of this stuff already. Again, I'm sorry if I'm over explaining a fuck ton of this, but a wave file is going to be your best choice for clarity, and probably best compatibility. But you could certainly do an MP3 file as a compressed option, and I think that's a good idea, honestly, because you're not trying to like wow anyone with these recordings, right? You just want stuff that's easily accessible and playable on multiple devices and easily uploadable. So that's going to be probably your choice here, the MP3. But I'm going to do a wave for fun. So we want mono channels, sample rate, it's already set. Encoding, what is this? My goodness, I think we just want 24-bit. Yeah, I don't know why it's defaulting to, I mean, well, I guess 16 is fine too, honestly, because especially if you're going to do like an MP3, you don't really need 24. Okay, it looks like it changed a couple things for MP3. Quality, yeah, standard. Just keep all this stuff the same for MP3. Multiple files, yes. All right. And let's see what happens. We're going to call the file name bitches. Nope. Bitch neighbors. Bitch neighbors. And this is where I want it sent. All right. Okay, successfully exported. And so we got our separate 3 MP3 files. Cool. I don't even know what's the point of calling it bitch neighbors. Well, let's check it out. So, pull up my my folder here. Hold on one sec. Where did I put this? Where did I put my bitch neighbors? It was in my Audacity folder, I thought. Downloads. Was it perhaps in this folder? No. Oh my god, where did I? Hold on, sorry. Oh, it was okay. Sorry. God, this video sucks. All right, let's see. God damn it. I didn't pay I thought it was set to my folder I'd already set previously. So here, let me see. Adrian documents. Oh, okay. So we got Adrian. This is terrible. I'm gonna edit this video so it's not so fucked. Or will I? I don't know. How lazy am I feeling? Documents. Audacity. There it is. The audacity that I have to even bother making a video when I'm so unprepared. So, yep, there they are. That's all 3 of them. All my 3 MP3 files. Let's play the clapping one. Amazing. Well, it works, you know? I mean, this is essentially what you can do with Audacity, and I think it's a pretty good solution for what you're trying to do. I think I covered everything that you were asking about. If you have any questions, like, definitely let me know. I don't want to make this any more complicated than I've already made it, obviously. So I think that's it. I think I'll just end it there. But yeah, definitely DM me, man. Let me know if you need any help. I'm very limited in what I can do, to be honest with you, but I hope this was helpful. Okay, peace.